John Ulzheimer is known as one of our nation's most recognized credit experts. Having worked for 28 years in the credit industry, John has become one of the most prolific speakers about credit and the go-to authority on answers to credit-related questions. Credit Countdown with John Ulzheimer.
Hey there, John Ulzheimer here. Today I'm going to answer a consumer question that I get from time to time about opting out. And specifically the question is, should I opt out? So fair question. I think the number one thing we need to talk about, that's probably what a lot of you are asking your computer screen right now is, well, what does opt out? What does that mean? So I'm going to explain what opting out is, and then I'll give you maybe my 2 cents as to the pros and cons of opting out. So do me a favor. The next time you go to your mailbox to grab your mail and you see a credit card offer in the mail, not an invitation, so there's difference. There's an invitation to apply, which is basically nothing more than an invitation, versus what's called a pre-approval, which means that it has language on it indicating that you have been pre-approved or pre-qualified for a credit card, and all you have to do is fill out some paperwork and send it in, and you're basically guaranteed. They have to make you what's called a firm offer of credit. So there's a difference. If the next time you get one of those pre-approved or pre-qualified offers, do me a favor, and instead of just running it through the shredder, which is probably what you should do if you don't take advantage of those, they have a lot of sensitive information on them, open it up. You may need reading glasses because the print's kind of small. Flip it over and look at some of the micro print on the backside. There is language on there that explains what opting out is and explains how you can opt out. The reason you're getting those pre-approved offers is because the credit reporting agencies have sold your name to a credit card issuer, and the credit card issuer has essentially pre-qualified you for a credit card because you have passed certain criteria. And the criteria can be something like your credit score had to be greater than X. Your Vantage score had to be greater than 750 or whatever. You couldn't have had a bankruptcy in the past 10 years, no defaults on anything, no active late payments, so anything like that. So that's called selection criteria. And if you pass the credit card issuer selection criteria, then the credit bureaus would essentially give them your name, and then they are going to mail you, or they're going to otherwise send you a pre-approved offer of credit. They're required to do so. That's actually in the Fair Credit Reporting Act. If they pre-qualify you, they have to send you a firm offer of credit or insurance. By the way, that's entirely legal. Nothing that I've just explained is illegal in any way. The credit card issuers, the credit bureaus have been allowed to do this for decades. It is not a nefarious practice. It's not a controversial practice. It is 100% legal and allowed for. You have the ability to opt out of that process. And so that's what opting out is. You have the ability to say, you know what, I'm raising my hand. I don't want to be part of this. I don't want the credit bureaus qualifying me. I don't want them selling my name for the purposes of these pre-approved offers. I want out. So you have the right to opt out, and that is called opting out. There's a website where you can opt out. There's a phone number you can call to opt out. Free to opt out. It doesn't improve your credit. There's a myth suggesting that there's some dude standing in front of a Lamborghini he doesn't own and parked in front of a house where he doesn't live, telling people that if you buy his program, he can show you how to opt out and increase your credit score. That's all baloney. Opting out does not improve your credit score at all. It doesn't have any influence on your score one way or the other. But you do have the right to opt out, and if you opt out, you are going to reduce the amount of mail you get because you're not going to get those pre-approved offers because your name cannot be part of those lists. Now, you still may get what are called ITAs, invitations to apply. Invitation to apply is just that. It's just an invitation. You have not been pre-qualified. You do have to go through the normal underwriting process if you do fill that out. It's really not different than the bank mailing you an application and saying, hey, if you're interested, fill it out. That's really all that is. So should you opt out? I've opted out. I've been opted out for many, many years. I don't get credit card offers, obviously, because of that. It's less junk in my mailbox. It's less stuff that fraudsters can grab out of my mailbox. And so for me, it works pretty fine. The only con I can see in opting out is a really good way to get a proxy understanding of your credit score. If you're getting really, really good stuff like the high-level Chase credit cards, the American Express stuff, then you know that you've got really good credit because you've been qualified for those really good cards. If you're getting the stuff offered by the subprime card issuers, then you know your credit scores are pretty poor because that's the type of lender that would buy a list with that with that type of credit profile and score, if you will. I'm not sure that's a valid reason any longer. It is a reason, but there are so many places where you can get a free FICO score or a free Vantage score these days that using the pre-approved offers as a proxy for your score, I'm not sure that's even necessary any longer. So that's it from here. That's how you opt out. Those are some pros and cons to opting out and what is opting out. Have a good rest of your day. We'll talk again soon.
For more videos and credit tips from John Ulzheimer, go to www.tradelinesupply.com.